is actually a short form for my real name, Magdalene. I am from Makueni County, but I've lived in Mombasa County for most of my life. So I would say my home is more in Mombasa than in upcountry. Yes, I am a mother of many children. Yes, I'm heading to 40 years. Yeah, so close to 40, so close to 40. And yeah, I'm born again. I love the Lord Jesus. I got born again when I was a little girl, in my late primary school years. And to date, yeah, I've been working with the Lord. I'm a music minister. I fellowship at Bible Way Ministries, formerly known as Mombasa Pentecostal Church. Yeah, I minister in music there. And yeah, yes, I think that's it for now. Yeah. And I'm a wife. Oh Lord. I am a wife of one man. Yes. I would say yes. That's the first thing I knew I can do, like natural. Yeah, even before I got born again, I used to do the Sunday school singing, Sunday school choir, anything that involved music. Music with dancing, music with singing, I was there. In my teenage, I was into now dancing, music, dancing. We would do also music singing in our teenage. Then when I finished high school now, I joined the main church choir. When I went to the university, I also joined the CU choir. So anyone who knows me from way back just knows Maggie and music. They are like partners. Yes, so yeah. I think when I was joining the Sunday school choir, that was the most fascinating thing to do that time. Like, it was very exciting to see what the other kids that were a little bit older than me used to do. It was so exciting, and I couldn't resist now joining them up. And as I grew older, now I came to realize, oh, this is also my thing. So it first started as an admiration for what all the kids were doing. But then later on I realized this is actually in me. I'm not just following a crowd that is doing singing or doing music, but it is actually in me. Yeah. Yes. One, I would say the love of music. I love music, listening to music first of all, and not just any music, Christian-based music, gospel music. And from the love of music, listening to other people's music, I would say that is how God built in me the ability to write. Because I can't say I had even thought of writing music in my early years as a Christian, as a child, no. But I would be so intrigued by how do people write music. Yeah, not from the point of me wanting to write music, but from, hey, how does one combine you are blessed to a sound, you know? Yes, that is actually, I would say, curiosity also from way back. But initially I didn't know I could write music. So from the love of music, listening to other people, and now God gifting me to be able to write music. Sinaj, I love her music. She blesses me. Sarah Kay blesses me with her music. Eunice Njeri. Yes, Eunice Njeri blesses me with her music. I mean, she's my, in Kenya, she's the top. Any of her songs goes right into my spirit. Yes, I have also interacted with Pastor Musembi, and he has kind of become my mentor in terms of the music journey. He has actually held my hand, and his songs bless me, from the hymns to the songs he has written himself. Yes, so yeah. Another inspiration, which may not be towards music, but it's from the people who give me feedback, how one song I wrote blessed them. I remember a lady telling me that she was actually sick, and she was listening to a song I wrote called Majina Mazuri, and she was like, the name of the Lord healed her from just mentioning the names of the Lord in the music. Yeah, and so I get a lot of, I feel like I should do another song. I should do another one. So far, I have 2, recorded and produced. One fully recorded in terms of audio and video, and the second one is partly done in terms of video, but fully done in terms of audio. I had begun my 3rd album. I have 2 songs to it. Yes, but in the written songs, I have so many albums. I have so many. If I am to count, I think they are heading to 10. The songs I have written. If I compile them in terms of 8 songs per album, I would be heading to 10 albums. Mimi, I have not even gone to any music school. In fact, I wouldn't even know if someone is if I'm singing and someone is playing a certain chord. I wouldn't know that I'm singing on D or C or E until that person tells me, now you're playing on. So this is purely God, I would say. I didn't go to any training in terms of this is how music is written. So purely God, yeah. So I would say God downloads the songs to me. I would get the songs sometimes when I'm asleep. When I wake up, I remember. Some of them I don't remember. I can just feel I was singing this beautiful song in my dream. When I wake up, I don't remember. But some of them, I've been able to remember them. That has happened, I think, once. Of all the songs that God has given me while I'm asleep, there's only one song I can tell you, this one, I heard it when I was asleep, and when I woke up, I remembered the tune. But most of the songs I sing while asleep, I don't remember them in the morning. I think those are the ones you call me and God songs. He doesn't want them to be sung out. So purely it is God. So sometimes I write while reading the word, just reading the word, and instead of them looking like words, they just look, while I'm reading, I'm hearing a sound. Yes, sometimes I write when my pastor is preaching, when someone is praying. I remember a lady who was praying and I wrote 2 songs while she was praying. Yes, sometimes when I'm listening to other people's songs, yeah, I have listened to songs, and from nowhere I find myself doing a song just after listening to a certain musician. I've also written songs when I'm praying. I've written songs without even planning to. Like I remember there's a song I wrote, Bwana Umwema. I was actually preparing to go to work in the morning when I'm getting ready, dressing and picking up and the song just starts. And it is one of the songs that when I sing, it blesses my heart. It's one of the favorites so far. The issue of distribution. You have these nice songs, they have blessed you, yani kabisa, and you take them to this studio or a Christian radio station or TV station. Then demands are placed on you. You are the one who has brought the music that is supposed to be played, and they are like, before we have your music being played, chota. And currently, you find that most of the musicians or gospel music ministers are the ones who are having real content, may not be having the financial comfort or breakthroughs, and especially beginners. So as a beginner, I really struggled because the money I have, first I've used it in production, which is very expensive. Production of music is expensive. Then I take them to these studios or stations, and they still need money from me. I found that so challenging until at some point I was like, God, if I need to give money so that the music you gave me, I didn't even ask you to give me the music, we will have to go across the world, right? If you don't give me the money that is needed there, then I'll just keep the music with me. We'll be just singing there in my house with my clan and in the church, and whoever will be blessed, that's it. So that's number one. Distribution is what is challenging me. Even now, it's challenging me. Finances, knowing what to do, who to go to, because even the people you would expect who are in the music ministry and are way advanced, you would expect them to support you now that you are a younger gospel musician. But at a while, they will be like, what is in it for me? Yes. If you invite someone to come for your event, they still need you to support them. I am not against supporting people's ministries, but I think the level of support should be kind of flexible, so that it doesn't become so pressing. Like if today I want to do an event, instead of thinking about how people are going to be blessed by the event, I'll be thinking about the budget first. I'd rather call off the event because I know I'm not able to meet up the budget. So, and I am sure I'm not the only one. So many people, and the younger generation is actually being stopped at the issue of budgets. Production in studio is expensive, then distribution is expensive. And the people who are supposed to hold our hands also need something from the younger people. So it's a bit, not a bit, it is very challenging. Oh, I would be serving the youth. I'm very, very passionate about the young people. Yeah, I'm currently serving in our church as the youth patron. I usually say I landed there without me planning. But from my upbringing, the church I grew up in was very vibrant about youth. So when I joined the ministry I am serving under right now, with no intention of ever serving with the youth, there came a time there was need for someone to run with the youth, because the person who was serving as the patron left Mombasa County. So they kept on announcing in church, oh, we need someone to work with the youth. And because in my university days I served in the Christian Union leadership, I felt like, why not offer myself to assist?
It always starts that way.
To assist. And I think I'm still assisting to date, you know. And I am loving what God is doing with the young people. Their flexibility and my ability not to understand what they need makes me pray to God every day. I'm like, Lord, this generation and me are this apart. You better give me something to say to these people. Eh? Yeah, so it's been amazing. In fact, I usually say I'll continue serving in music all my life. I know even in heaven we'll be singing to the Lord. But when my active part of music ends, I think I will pour myself fully to the young people. Not just here in the church that I'm serving in, but in other spheres that the Lord will help me to serve with the young people, including the children, because they come from Sunday school, they join the teens, then they come to me. Yes, And in a way, God is actually making me see this vision. Pole pole do, as a small cloud that is building up. Yes. Eunice Jerry. I would love. Anytime Eunice Jerry, anytime. Yes. She's just a big blessing. Yes. And I look forward to meeting her. Well, for me, I would say it has been good, because there are some areas I will never reach. There are some people who give me feedback about my music. Some of my friends from childhood, we have never met, but wherever they are, they get to see my music. They get to read about the stories behind the songs, and they're like, wow, this is beautiful. So for me, generally, social media has been a tool for me to spread the gospel that God has given me through music. And of course, I've also used my platform, or rather the platform that God has given me, to also share some of the truths, apart from the musical truths, some of the truths that God gives me while I interact with His Word. Some time back, I had started a hashtag Monday Motivation Moment. Yes, I took a break as I was seeking the Lord for direction, and I'm trusting the Lord that it will come back in a bigger way. So when I look at even the small postings I used to do, and the way people tell you, this one has encouraged me, this is a word for me today, I say I am grateful for the social media or the internet. Yeah, it has helped me spread the gospel. So yes, my firstborn is already into drumming. Yes, in fact, there's a day I was leading worship and he was the one who was drumming. That was a moment for me. Yes, that was a moment for me. My children sing. They sing in the house. In fact, this morning, the music that was playing in the speaker, I would hear one is at the other bedroom.
Singing along.
He's singing, he's like leading, and the backup is coming from the other bedroom. It was so funny. I was feeling like, hey, this is so amazing. Yes. One is singing at the other end of the bedroom, and the echo is coming from, and it's like they were listening to each other. Yeah. So it's the smaller ones I haven't picked. Yeah. But they all sing. They love singing. They love my music. They know all my songs. Yes. Yeah. So I know at least from the many, 2 will pick. 2 might pick up. Yes. That one will bring
because we want to know your story, not just the very
Oh my God! Hey, this one.
And how did it shape who you are today as a wife, a mother?
I'm good. Okay. Generally, I've been a good girl, but there's this one time while I was dating my husband. Mombasa people know Mama Ngina Drive. So that time we had gone for our evening outing. Then we bought the kachiri. Then he slept kwa kiti, the driver's seat. And I think he was reading a newspaper and I was busy with my crepes. Then the carols come. That's how we ended up at Central Police. We ended up at Central Police, had to call my dad to come and bail us out. And it was a Friday evening, so you can imagine. Bail us out, and my dad was not happy. Of course, the charges they wrote were out of this world.
Yeah.
My dad was not happy at all, at all. I remember that time, and I was, I think, in my 3rd or 2nd year in the university. My dad was not happy at all. For the next 1 month while I was at home, tulikuwa tunapishana hivi kama trailer mbili, you know, one going to Nairobi, one coming to Mombasa. It broke my heart. But that incident took me 100% to God, because I came to realize that there is a limit to a man's understanding. Even if I try to explain it to my dad, he will not get it. He has already read what the police have written, and he has gone by that. It took me 100% to the Lord. Say, my Lord, you know me, you know what happened that day. Vindicate me, Lord. So it actually changed my relationship with my dad, and also changed my relationship with God. Like, I became ever tight with the Lord. And from that day, one of the titles I call God is Dad. Yes. So I say I have 2 dads. Yes. What is next for me, I would say, is a leap of faith. Because of COVID, I lost the source of income that I had. But amazingly, it has opened up my life to thinking about ministry. Thinking about these young people that God has given me. How do I serve them better? And I have found myself, even some of the sharings we do on Sunday during our service, I've been able to write them down. And I remember sharing them in the youth forum, and one of our church elders is in that church forum. He was like, do you have more of this? You know, this can be used to help even new believers, because the topic was about interacting with the Word of God. And it was so simple, so that the youths understand. I find they complicate life. So I always trust the Lord that our interactions on Sunday will be very simple. And that opened my eyes to, these are not just sermons I'm sharing with the young people. These writings can be built to benefit the body of Christ. In fact, it is him who told me, do you know, if you can develop this to more pages, we can actually do it into a booklet, present it to the church leadership. Can you imagine? Like a small group of youths, the sermons we share, if I can just expand them, and it can impact not only the young people I'm serving, but generally the body of Christ. So I would say that is my next. When the Lord provides the resources, which I know he will, that is a line I would like to venture into ministry. Probably go to Bible school. But I'm also looking at doing a lot of new music, very personal music that God has brought to me in this season of waiting on him. Yes. So I would say those are my 2 next steps when the Lord provides the resources. Yes. Nasimwarakishi. And I have a Facebook page, and I'm also on Instagram. All of them Melodious Maggie. I'm also on YouTube. You can see my songs there. Subscribe. Subscribe, share. They comment. Yeah, if a song means us to you, comment there. Yeah, so I'm basically Melodious Maggie. Melodious Maggie. Let them seek the Lord. The Lord is the author of the songs, unless they want to direct the songs to someone else. But if the songs are made for the Lord, let them seek the Lord. See, the Lord knows the language he wants to hear. Yeah, the Bible says that the Lord is spirit, and those who worship the Lord must do it in the spirit and in truth. So if God is speaking in Hebrew, we must speak in Hebrew. you know. And it is only the Spirit, while we pray, who reveals to us what the mind of God is. Let them sink into the Lord. Sink kabisa into the Lord. So that even when they face challenges, they will not be like, I was doing this music for money, not for God. Yeah. If you're doing it for the Lord, sink yourself into the Lord. Even when discouragements come, you can be able to blind yourself from those discouragements and say, I was doing it for the Lord, I will continue doing it for the Lord. Waombe, wasome neno, waingie katika ushirika ambao unafunza. Let them get mentors. People will speak and tell them, what you wrote today was not good. I didn't like the way you dress. Yeah. People will point, not the good, not the praising, the bad. They'll be like, you need to straighten here. Bwana umwema, hubadiliki, fadhili zako ni za milele. Bwana umwema, hubadiliki, fadhili zako ni za milele.